Hello and welcome. My name is Fern, and what you found here is a energy report, and I do one once a week. I've just started an 8-week journey with this to see if I'm kind of testing the waters. Excuse me. And this is week 2 of that journey, so thank you for being here. For now, where we are is a fairly introspective stage or phase. And I don't know if you've noticed, it's a little agitating too. This is because there's so much going on in the atmosphere. I like to call it atmospheric interference because I'm not an astrologer, and there's a lot of science behind what's going on right now, and I don't want to be inaccurate in that way. What I do is I tap into the collective energy and I give you a little bit of a sense of what's going on and how you might be able to work with it. So, the introspective phase is, like I said last week, one of the longer phases. It's a few days long, and we're kind of in the tail end of it now. And it's Thursday. Like I said, I was recording last week, Thursday to Thursday, so here we are again on Thursday. And the introspection is pointing at a lot of old stories and things like that. And I don't mean to just brush off things like that because they might have been very heavy. The past couple days have been, let's just say, unique in their passage. There has been a bunch of astrological things, something with Venus and some other really big stuff. Go ahead and find your favorite astrologer and look that up. If you need a reference, let me know. Okay. So when we're in such a vibrant, but kind of punchy introspective phase, it might cause you to feel like you have to make a bunch of decisions. And I would love to suggest that you don't do that now. That you see what happens tomorrow. And I'm not saying that things are going to level out, but as somebody that is energy sensitive, you will learn how to work with it. So for now, what I recommend for the introspection, maybe write some things down, maybe take note if something repeats, right? And those are the things you want to look at. If it's just something that comes in and it's just thrown upon you, memory style, right? Out of nowhere, left field, watch that move through your body. You'll feel it. And you don't have to make any decisions about it. Because when these things work out of your energy body, they amplify. What does that mean, Farron? That means that you feel it a little bit more or a lot more, depending on what you're dealing with, right? So it could be memories, it could be trauma, it could be personal experiences, maybe things that you've chosen that you're looking back going, oh my God, I was kind of a jerk. I mean, I've had a lot of that. I mean, everyone has that. We have to grow from the experience. And the phase of introspection, albeit very dramatic right now, is fairly valuable. So if you can tap into that, you will find a lot of, I like to say, actually my friend Amy, I don't say it right, anyhow, Amy, she mentioned that I really love to suss out the nectar in the shadow. So that is a little bit what's going on. And then as we come out of this introspective phase, we'll have one big day of transitions. And it matches up with the last quarter moon every month. And on that day, it might pack kind of a punch. And I don't mean that in a way, it sounds so negative, but I mean that in a way where it's a lot at once and it's a transition day. So you get to work with it, right? If you are in a movement practice, focus on the transitions. Now, I already suggest that a number of different times in the month, but this is the best day to learn new transitions. That could be in your movement practice, it could be in your eating, in your sleeping, but it's a short phase, right? So you kind of have to take advantage of it. It doesn't work tomorrow. This is all time sensitive, yeah? But if you don't choose to transition something, you don't have to. Another way you can work with this as an energy sensitive person is notice what feels different. On that day, almost every single time I notice, wow, I said that differently, or this feels different, or yesterday I wouldn't have done it that way. Whatever it is for you, you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, here's a great thing. Right after the transition day or the transition phase, we move into clearing. Now, because clearing comes right after a transition, and the transition has a tendency for a lot of us to be a lot of frequency to deal with or to learn about, the next day, when the clearing begins, is the day that's actually the one that's like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And I mean, I've had days like that, and I have to stop and go, all right, where are we? What's going on? Okay. You're safe. You're held. This is a generalization, but it's, depending on your situation, the truth. Right now, it feels very off-putting to just hear myself say that. So with as much compassion, I am offering this from a space of expansion. Yeah. I understand that right now, because these transitions are so potent and there's so much going on, they can be misconstrued. All of these things can be applied to where you are. There's nothing to change. All it is meant to give you eyes, widen the eyes, or maybe a new look or a new outlook or a new way to see something. You can always apply what you learn to a drastic circumstance. So if you are someone that's going to protests and things like that, take it there with you. Yeah. When we do jump or fall into the clearing days, this is a longer phase. And, I have to be honest, there is so much going on. I'm not getting a very good sense of what kind of clearing it's going to be. But, yeah, it's very interesting feeling the way when I'm tapping in right now. It feels like the clearing might be a lot of work, but that when we go into the work, we'll understand that it's worth it versus coming out the other end and going, oh, okay, that was hard, but I get it now. Do you get what I mean? That's what I'm feeling for this clearing. With trust and presence, we can move into the space of clearing what we need to and taking that with us out into the world, although some of us are still in quarantine for the most part. All right. Thanks for listening. Let me know if you have any questions. Drink more water, regardless. I'm going to say that forever. If you're energy sensitive, you need to drink more water. I don't care how much water you're drinking, you need to drink more water. I mean, don't drown yourself, obviously. But this is one of the most important things, the water. Rest when you need to. I found that after these really potent days, I'm very tired. I may have to sleep at a strange time. Or be awake at a strange time. Yeah, I don't know how that eclipse was for you, but I definitely was awake and sitting in the moonlight once it passed. I don't even know what time it was, but it was potent. All right. Thanks for joining me on my journey. See you next week. Bye.